Morning, whole world. Good morning, everybody. Um, I wanted to take this opportunity. I already spoke on the subject once, but I wanted to take the opportunity to speak on this subject once again because during my normal YouTube surfing activities, I came across a video. I guess it was Laura Ingram's rebuttal to what the media was saying about her remarks, and I'm going to use um, the number one, the actual number one, um, a couple times. Um, the video I'm referring to, and I will provide the link below. The video I am referring to is a video in which Laura Ingram dispels racist rumors by providing proof that she's used that term in when talking about other individuals or whatnot. Um, I'm talking about other individuals who weren't black. Now, my video I made yesterday, or the day before yesterday, or whenever I made it, I happen to see things for what they are and see her statements for what they are. I never called it racist. I never thought it was racist. But what I thought it was my first reference to the number one is it's a violation of the First Amendment. Number one, first thing in the Constitution, the first right that's given in the Constitution, just freedom of speech. For you to tell someone to shut up and dribble as if um, you know more, or um, as if you know more than them, as if what's happening in government doesn't affect them, is a complete violation of. And I would say this in the case of the Dixie Chicks. I would say this in the case of Jimmy Kimmel. I would say this in the case of. I would say the same thing in the case of Jamie Lee Curtis. All Americans, all here, all who pay taxes, um, all being affected by anything that's being said in which you told them to shut up and dribble. Not because what they're saying is invalid, but because what they're saying doesn't um, appeal to your personal beliefs. Um, in regards to you um, violating the First Amendment by saying what you said, my second reference is my second reference to number one is you did it in response to a message that was made by the top guy, the number one guy in America, um, who's responsible for all of us, not just you because you agree with him. Um, See, the thing about it is, the biggest problem that I have with this is, you want to pull up grammatical errors or um, the way wants someone's talk, but did you ever think to pull up the philanthropical contributions these guys make to the world just about on a daily basis? Did you think $350,000 was donated in LeBron's name to charity just this past weekend? Um, which I'm sure was probably matched, and he's probably raised money for that charity, as well as so many other charities. Those are the things that you choose not to talk about when you describe these guys and you tell them to shut up and dribble. When these guys pay taxes on the dollars that they make in the NBA, contributions to our country, you choose not to speak on that, which I'm pretty sure they contribute in that sense more than you, because there's no way you're that close to them in money. The contributions they made in the business world, the contributions they've made by even having companies sponsor them. So those companies have to pay taxes on you for the products that they sell within their names. Has all of these things been considered when you told them to shut up and dribble? Which, what I'm saying is, you contribute an opinion and a one-sided opinion. And when it's one-sided, you say things like shut up and dribble. You say things like shut up and sing. You say things like shut up and make us laugh. You say things like shut up and act. And you say things like, as if actors, basketball players, football players, singers, comedians, talk show hosts aren't American enough to have an opinion and voice it. But again, number one, First Amendment. That's what this country is based on. It's the first thing that came to mind. First thing that came to mind when the forefathers were writing these bills. And it is what it is. You think you just exposing the agenda to mute those with a voice because they don't agree with you. You're exposing that agenda, and you push that agenda. And number one, he has Air Force One. You push that agenda in his name and in his likeness. The thing about it is, when these guys were saying that it was scary, and that's not something that's broken down into race. The things that this man has tweeted, the things that he said, is scary to people like you. People who are not like you or me. People who are different colors, different ethnic backgrounds. You see, there are people who will support people no matter what, even if you know that what they were saying was wrong. I recently saw a video of Omarosa saying these things about her friend, the president, after she got fired. And only thing I remember when she was working was her being absolutely 100% supportive of him. And everything she said, everything that was said, she had a rebuttal for it, because I guess that was her job. I'm not even sure what her title was, but I guess that was her job. And I recently saw this video, and even she admitted that it was scary. When less than 4 months into the presidency, we're talking about nuclear war. Threats, threatening other countries. That's not what this country is. Our country has always been built on kindness, diplomacy, the belief in democracy. I only can speak on 37 years. I've been here 37 years, but from Reagan to Obama, those were platforms for each of the presidents that I know and I can remember, or I remember all of them since I've been born. So what's changed now? This country is more separated than it's been since the 60s. And it's bad because, like I spoke of boxes before, we really try to put each other in boxes, and the thing about it is, there's so many boxes that it's hard to disseminate who is what. When the real thing is right in the Constitution: one people, one nation under God, indivisible, indivisible. We the people, not just Fox News, the people, not just Lord Ingram, the people. And and I would like to make this point before I get out of here, but um, you brought two black guys onto this video that I'm gonna post a link on, and one of them you claim to have known for 20 years or whatnot, and that's great. Does that make you a friend of them? I mean, when was the last time you invited him to dinner with you and your family? Like, we've all known people, known a certain type of person or a certain color of people all our lives. I've known Puerto Ricans since I was born. I've known Dominicans since I was born. I've known um, white people since I was born. Matter of fact, my favorite teacher was a white woman. My favorite teacher I ever had was a white woman. Just because you know somebody doesn't make you not racist. John Rocker claimed that he had 3 black people in his house. That don't make him not racist for the shit that he said. I mean, let's be honest. Just because you know black people doesn't make you not racist. Now, like I said, I don't know you as a person. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like your defense to bring 2 black guys on the panel to prove that you were not racist was a little John Rocker like. When John Rocker said he had 3 black people in his house. If you know how many black people you had in your house, you're probably racist. But I digress. I don't know you as a person. I can't call you racist. I'm not going to call you racist. I'm just saying you didn't prove a point to anybody by bringing those 2 black guys on who happen to think like you, who happen to be Republican or whatnot. This left and right stuff, it's something that was created by Republicans, and it's crazy because left is supposed to be wrong somehow, and right is it's a play on words. I know that. A lot of us know that. It's a play on words, as if, there's a right side, and there's a left side, but the right side has the right ideas. And I guess that's a matter of opinion at the end of the day. But apparently you don't care about opinions anyway, unless you're a politician. Do you really care about, or unless you're a politician or the news media who supports your thoughts and beliefs? Which goes to say what people have always said about Republicans. Do you really care about the people, Republicans? Do you care about big business? Do you care about people that sit behind desks? Do you care about all people? Or do you care about people who believe and think like you? Do you care about all people? Do you care about the progression of the United States? Because it's going to take all people. You're going to have to start thinking about all people for us to actually progress. You're going to have to stop trying to put us in boxes and separate us by money, color, um, living, um, all of these different boxes, sexuality, all of this stuff. You're going to have to start thinking about how can we, the people, progress. Show off.